blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? I am Paul Cram, the poet, and you are tuned in to the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. There is my lovely co-host in right there, Miss Emuna J. What's up, baby?
What's up? Little party as usual, but I'm in good spirits. Well, better spirits today, so.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We can only ask to get better with each day passing, man. Like, one of the people that I depend on for motivation of my spirit, man. I know you know her, man. Keynotes. Poppy, man, you just get into her circle. You can't have bad days.
Yes.
You can't have bad days around her. Like, she ain't gonna let you. I don't give a damn what she
No,
doing.
because then I do that. And every time you say her name, I think of let's go.
Straight up, like. So our guest is a little bit behind right now. You know, I'm sure he's gonna pop in, but in the meantime, it's me and you already know how it go. We gonna talk that shit. We gonna enjoy ourselves. We gonna talk about some things that need to be talked about. Some of the shit we may talk about may be a little touchy, but oh well, let's touch it.
Well, maybe we can talk a little bit about the guest of the hour and about how we come to know him.
Well, that's a good idea. So tonight we're gonna have Mr. Bo Ward. As soon as he get up in here, we're gonna have Mr. Bo Ward. And if those of you who do not know who Bo Ward is, you are in for a treat. Like, this man's pen is phenomenal. Like, his delivery is phenomenal. He's just a fucking amazing ass artist. Just calling it what it is.
Yes.
Man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. He's one of those people that I can go to as far as like with poetry go, and he'll let me know, hey man, that was a good piece. But you know, I love people like that who can be real with me.
You always know.
Yeah,
you always know that person coming.
You know it. So just bring y'all a little bit about Mr. Ward before he get here, man. Well, actually, I'm gonna do his intro when he pop up. In the meantime, I want to talk about something that is a really big issue right now, and it's an issue that we've all been seeing, we've all been dealing with in our own way. But I want to talk about Sonia Massey for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to talk about how the fact that this woman basically said something that most of us grew up in church, like, was told to do. Like, we were told to pray, to rebuke, we were taught that. And this woman recognized the demon in front of her, rebuked it, and now she's no longer with us. So my whole thing is, my mother had to correct me on something. We don't want all the police gone. We need some type of checks and balances for society. That's totally understandable. But what can we do for situations like this to not continue to happen? Because it's starting to happen to the point where it's almost like going and get a cup of coffee. You know, it's just, you wake up, you get on Facebook, and then boom, you hear about another life that's been taken you know, by a police officer who's either A, undertrained, B, secret Klansman, you know, just all over crooked. However it goes, it's happening at a rate that's just too fucking much. What can we do? What do you think we can do as a society to try to like alleviate that? Like, what kind of checks and balances? Who do we call to police the police?
In order, I'm gonna probably strike a nerve, but at the end of the fucking day, I'm gonna strike a fucking nerve anyway. So, we being honest, right?
Being honest.
We become enraged and angered and triggered when society sees us a certain way and they don't take us seriously. And I think I'm not going to say that this is the only reason, but the main reason why it's so hard for others to take us seriously is because as a people, we don't take each other seriously. We're so fucking against one another. I have never seen another race of fucking people so fucking against one another as I do among those that look like me. If we want a change to happen, we have to spark that change. And there's a lot of us that are down for the cause. There's a lot of us that uplift each other, but it's not enough collectively as an entire race. And until that happens, shit like this is gonna keep happening, and it's fucking sad. I work in animal rescue, and my fucking black skin is worth less than a fucking animal. Some people might say I'm wrong for saying that, but that's how the fuck I feel. I've seen more people concerned about cruelty to animals than the cruelty of minorities like us. I'm gonna try not to. I'm trying to choose my words very wisely because it's touchy. And then I'm right here in the Buddha shit like this. Thank God that I've never gone through it, but it's so fucking close to home.
Yeah.
It's so close to home.
Like there was
we need to do more in our own communities, and once they see us make that change of consistency, being persistent and unifying amongst one another, then that's when the change don't happen. From the outsiders looking in, that's what I think.
You're right, because honestly, I'm tired of being mad. Like I'm tired of being upset about it. Like I just right before this show, I was informed about a situation back at home, you know, and that's all you hear is somebody else getting killed. Like, and you're right. And my mother said the same thing earlier today. You know, it was we outrage when it happens to us. We need to have that same outrage when we do it to us.
That same fucking energy. That's right.
We have this.
Right.
We have this no snitching policy, which I get to a certain aspect. But if you do something to my people, you really rather me snitch on you, cuz. Like you rather me snitch on you. You rather me tell them people and let them people do their job. You know, because my mentality is to get you, but to hurt you. You know, and that does nothing but continue the cycle. Like, I got a cousin right now, I swear to God, she was on this show, the strongest woman I know, hands down. Like, she deals with every day the fact that her son was unjustly murdered. And she walks around every day fighting for justice for her son. You know, that's a lot of burden for a mother to carry.
Yes. I can't even imagine
That's a lot.
that. And thinking about that person that was one of the guests on the show, right?
Yeah, Chris.
Okay. I've been going through something that someone referred to me going through with empty nest syndrome. Like my son is about to leave in a week from today for college. And low key, ever since the night that he graduated, which it was a fucking phenomenal night. I couldn't be more proud. Couldn't have been more proud. Couldn't be more proud now. But I've been crying every night ever since my son graduated. And then God sent me a message saying that you need to wipe those tears because some mothers that are crying, the babies aren't coming back at all. So that shit humbled me really motherfucking quick. And I can honestly say, when that shit hit me just last night, I ain't cried last night. I've been crying since May. But that shit, that message came so fucking clear, bro. Like, and she's constantly thinking of the community while she's mourning her son. You know what I'm saying? Because she's gonna always mourn her son, and she's still putting that energy into making a change in her fucking community. That's to be fucking commended. The strength that must take.
Yeah, cause she fighting, but looks like it looks like Miss. Let me go ahead and do the introduction now, because the man of the hour appears to be on the stage. I'm just
okay.
All right. So just letting everybody know, man. Once again, Bo Ward will be joining us in just a moment. Let me let you know a little bit about Mr. Bo Ward, who is also known in the spoken word world as the Beautiful Poet. Was born and raised in a small town in Georgia called Indian Springs, about 50 miles south of Atlanta. He now resides in Hampton, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. He is a 3-time self-published author. 2 of those books are poetry books titled Beautiful Mind and Deep Thoughts, and 1 inspirational, motivational book titled Beautiful Me. He is an event host and a recorded spoken word artist. He released his first 2 poetic singles on May 14th and June 18th of 2023. The first single is titled She, and the second single is titled Black Man. He has been up for nomination 4 years in a row for ATL's Hottest Poet Spoken Word Artist, winning the award in 2020 and 2022. He has traveled to multiple cities performing for celebrities and national and international organizations. And, we dropped him. It's all right. He will be back. So when he comes back, everybody, we're going to bring up Bo Ward. In the meantime, Mr. Muna.
That's the Matrix.
That's the Matrix. Yeah, he said he's having a little difficulty connecting. He's the busy man, traveling man, but he's in Pensacola, and the hotel over there is giving him issues with his connection or whatever. But he's gonna jump in as soon as he can. But we can start off saying, cause shit, that's poetry is what we do. So you got a piece ready, or you want me to start? You cannot say me. Ladies first.
I do have a piece ready for tonight.
Oh, there you go, people.
He's here.
Yo, what's good? What's happening?
He got on the "Ladies, I'm Here" shirt.
I don't see him yet. That's my connection lagging.
Oh, yeah,
Lord. Hey, there you go.
Look at you. You see arms and you got excited. We know you work out, Bo.
Oh shit!
Oh man, thank you so much.
What's up, big brother Bo?
What's good, y'all?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
All good. The man of the hour is here. You was late because you was messing around with some barbecue, huh? That's what it was.
Did you think that's what it was?
Let me tell you, but boy, that barbecue, boy, look. Oh Lord, I forgot to turn my notifications off. Oh my God! Don't pay no mind to that.
All right, so
Do not disturb, please.
I just went over your bio with the listeners, man, and letting them know the things that you got going. We want to start off, and why don't you tell us a little bit about Beautiful Minds and Deep Thoughts?
Man, I'm trying to hit y'all. The volume is low though. It may be my fault.
Yeah, I do find that the volume is a bit low tonight. It actually is. I just think it's something going on here because usually you're much. I don't know. How do I sound?
Is this better?
It's the same. I mean, I can still hear you. I can hear you fine. It's just that you're lower than you usually are. But I can hear you good.
I wonder why. All right, Mr. Ward, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It's kind of low, but you know we can rock with it though. We'll make it happen, right?
All right, let's see if this works here. Is this better?
Yeah, we good. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna make it work.
Bet that up. All right, so I've already read your introduction when I saw your name pop up, and so I'm pretty excited about some things. I let them know already that your pen game is just phenomenal. So we're definitely gonna need you to crack the stage tonight. But before we do, can you tell us about Beautiful Minds and Deep Thoughts?
Beautiful Mind. I was actually convinced by people on Facebook actually to put out my first book of poetry. So I put it out, and the fact that I'm known as a beautiful poet, I figured not only do I have the physical aspects, but I got the intellectual aspects. So people think when they see me, it's just a guy that looks like he goes to the gym, like he works out. But that old stereotype that you're a musclehead, so you have no intellect. So I had to make sense of that all and let them know that you can, go to the gym and still have a lot of intellect. So that's where Beautiful Mind came from. Deep Thoughts, I wanted people to know I was going a little bit deeper in my thought process. I wanted to take them a little bit deeper into the mind of a poet, to the mind of a spoken word artist, to make the simple things complex to them and the complex things simple. So that's what Deep Thoughts is about. It makes you really, really think hard, but then most people overthink, but it lets you know, hey, you don't really have to think that hard. I'm making it simple for you, everything I'm saying. So, yeah.
I'm definitely have to copy them books, man. I'm definitely going to have to get there. And I want my autograph, though.
I got you.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Mm-hmm.
But first, let me back up. Let me back up to say thank y'all for having me in the lounge, man. Especially in Muna, and she knows why, man. We go back, and she knows why. So proud of her. I know you and I connected. Paul, we connected a few years back as well. Proud of both of you, man. Definitely, it's like watching little brothers and little sisters grow, and you know them, when they're little, and nobody else really knows them, and then when you start seeing them, and everybody else starts seeing them, you look like, yeah, I've been telling y'all that anyway. I knew that anyway, and not just the people, but the individuals which I'm speaking of, and that's the two of you. Just to see y'all grow and be where you are now, man. Hey, y'all winning, I'm winning. That's what I tell people all the time. If my little bros and little sisters are winning, I'm winning too. I'm winning too, man.
And I appreciate that. That's a lot, especially coming from you. Like, you're one of those boys talking like you're one of them guys. So to hear that from you, man, that's really an honor, and I appreciate that.
Well, what you have brought to my life, and you have seen me in all my stages, and oh my God, This guy right here has a lot to do with the beast of Muna J came to be. Because at first I just was like the little engine that could, scared of everything, but trying to do everything at the same time. But this man brought a lot to my life. Him and Paul Cram, man. I'm about to get all teared up. I ain't trying to do that.
Nah, don't. Oh man, don't be all. Oh my God, don't be all crying on the camera, man. Come on. Don't come on, man.
On the camera. Speaking of beasts, and especially beasts in the poetic world, man, we are definitely looking at one to all the followers and listeners who are following this show right now. So for those of you who have never heard him spit before, I'm about to give y'all this treat right now. Mr. Bo Ward, are you ready to present a piece of that talent?
Oh man, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go outside the box a little bit, right? Okay. Most time we as spoken word artists, we write about social issues, we write about relationships, we write about sex, we write about love, we write about a little bit of everything, right?
Right.
So I had an opportunity. I'm gonna give them just a little bit of this. I had an opportunity a few months ago to open up at a fashion show. So I had to write a piece about fashion. So there's little tidbits about fashion in there. Somebody who is a fashion head will be able to pick up the words and pick up these the terminology and be like, oh wow, he's saying that. So I'm gonna give just a little bit of that piece, man. That's okay if I give y'all a little bit of that, just for people to see the wide range of what we do as spoken word artists,
Okay.
Mike is
runways don't run away, they stay to be catwalked and slayed. A stage for the art of fashion. See, flashing lights capture the passion that captivate the masses. A massive clapping when titans are clashing. Classes in session from the new age to the classics, passing it towards the scorch of canvas, branded, even-handed, not handed over but earned, so the flame continues to burn as turns come full circle from the most beautifulest in the world. A mural, a perfectly pieced together patterns with all that glitz and glamour where ladies are looking chic and dudes are looking dapper. They see bulbs beam and they strike a pose for the camera with the most naturalist of swagger. So go on and walk that walk money, serve it up on a platter. Shatter the guy's house, blaze the world, blaze the trail. Don't get your weight up to tip the scale. Just inhale this moment to be a tall act to follow. Swallow the globe whole to be the world's top model. No cap to bottle you in. Those shoes you modeling in. Blaze trails of modeling trends for others to follow you in. So step it out to be a shoe-in and keep shooting far beyond those stars and you're going to reach them. Because those high heels got you peaking, elevating and leaving the weak and flavorless at the bottom of the barrel. And that straight and narrow path that you travel, see, it changes your apparel to only fit your dimensions. An ascension. With the intention to bring attention to your tailored and tapered silhouette to sharpen up the cut of razor, suited in all flavors, seemingly for the bill, addressed to kill misconceptions, perception of a thin line to define beauty and perfection, but still accepted that the unusual is suitable, even for the big boned and bold and beautiful to show off what their mama gave them, so pay them away to strut. Because they cut from a different cloth there and brought it and embossed to stand out from the pack. See, this rag trade is colorful. It's not just white or black. It's not just country or rock. It's not just blues or rap. It's an orchestra of mixes. The pioneering and ambitious, while reality is so real so that it seems fictitious and traditions are stepped upon, then tossed out the window. And monumental moments of this temple are sacred and sins to mental, to open the mindset, to view the art of fashion a little clearer. See, myself, call it beautiful. So a moment of silence while I pause, take a look in my mirror. That's that piece, man.
Yes, yes.
So I'm not really big into fashion, but I think I'm gonna start doing some research now. I caught a couple of them words. I'm like, man, this dude here is a monster, man.
Yeah, like there's no limit to his creativity at all.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Man, yes, I'm excited
There's
for this.
no like.
Hmm?
Tell me, good job.
Moon over there fangirling. Fan yourself for Moon. It's okay. He was talking about dresses.
I was striking poses and be like, okay.
Oh man. All right, so Moon, you got stuff you want to spit?
Yeah, and I know that I know you know which piece I'm gonna do, Mr. Bo Ward. Let me pull it up because I had it.
Oh man.
Pretty Wings just said hello.
Who did I miss that with? Now why Lord it's coming. Now I feel like my shit's in the Matrix. Like I literally had it. It's coming. Just give me a second. Unless you want to go while I pull this up, like my phone is running.
Yeah, I go ahead and spit mine real quick because it's almost the midway point, and we gonna get that the Veep. The Veep. See Veep. In my mind, you in charge of everything. So instead of me saying the blast spotlight, I was getting ready to say the Veep music artist. All right. So the piece I'm getting ready to spit is called Mirrored Conversations. It was inspired actually in a conversation I had with my Epiphany brother, Van Meadows. So I'm gonna spit this piece. I cannot continue to pour love into you because I am tired of seeing it slowly leaking from the bottom of your cracked heart. You see, these are the words I had to tell you. And I understand why you are tearfully looking back at me in hopes that I reconsider my statement, but I can't. We know the definition of insanity. So what would be the difference with me constantly trying to get you to understand your worth when your happy feelings only last until Frankie Beverly hits his last note? I don't want you to feel like I don't love you because I truly do. But I just don't have the energy anymore to get you to love yourself. You see, your mama prays for you. Your friends and your family, they pray for you, but you won't pray for you. And that scares me. It scares me that you feel like those prayers are a waste of words and breath because you feel like your destiny is already hell. I know your heart hurts. I know that giving up seems to be the only logical solution because of the missing pieces of your soul, but I have been secretly collecting the fallen shards of your life, and I am just waiting for you to truly want the cracks to be filled in your heart. So you have to be ready to truly love. And once you're ready to truly love, you can truly be ready to love you. But until then, I will hold on to the shards collected from the bottom of your cracked heart. So for now, it's time for me to get out of this mirror and try to survive one more day. In peace.
Yes, sir.
So what you want to do, Sam? Are we right at the halfway point? Or you want me to read it when we come back or before? Because it's like...
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and go to Veep real quick. Bring up the music artist. After that, we're going to come back up. And once we come back up, Imuna, you go right into your piece. And then we'll go back into interviewing the superstar Hall of Famer that we have on today. What's up, V?
What's going on, y'all? It's good to see y'all. My brown people in the building, loving it. So tonight, we got Memphis in the house. We got my girl LaDawn, the Chameleon, and this is called Hot Box on the Brain. Check it out.
It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Get lit. It's time for me to turn up. Get lit. bitch, I'm serious. I break the different, get used to me. Call me, watch me pop out, LaDonna Chameleon, my name worth $1 million. How many times must I said I've been killing this shit since I was a baby? Niggas they oohing and all, they see a bad bitch up close, no makeup. Back the fuck up out my face, don't touch unless you cash out, I need my payment. Not doing no features for free, stop calling me, fuck a collaboration. What you want, I got it already, such a full outfit, straight off a mannequin. I do what I want, I do as I please, put a nigga in their place real quick on G's. A nigga better not play with me, it won't be no shit. I'm toxic, I'm a crazy bitch. I love my rose toy, don't really need the dick, cause all my niggas long distance. How about the brain? Ooh. I'ma go back in cause they thought I was gone. How about the brain weak and so strong? LED lights on red, I'm in my zone. Got this fine ass bitch, baby daddy wanna bone me. Kiss my ass, you don't fuck with me. IDGAF-FUCKYOU 2. Bitch, you need some help. I'm focused on the paper blue, honey. It's only if it ain't a blue strip, that's ugly money. I'm do it for the cash. Only thing that keep me coming. Dead presidents keep my pockets chunky. Got bitches dancing to my shit. Break your back, bend over, bitch.
10 feet tall when you ride that stick. I lost the brain, bitch.
How about the brain, bitch? Yeah. How about the brain, bitch? How about the brain, bitch? How about the box it up. DJ, tell me on some more so they can hear me. Speaking real shit, let's make a man, let's put them in their feelings. I've been running shit, but they knew that I traveled to prove that they shit just to do that. Bitches mummy, they turn big mad. I don't get too folks, so they already see that. How about the brain, bitch? How about the brain, bitch? How about the brain, bitch? Yeah. They ain't all coming like this. How about the brain? I'm finna fit this bitch out. Yeah. I'm out of body, I'm out of sight. I'm out of mind. Let's get it.
That was my girl, LaDonna Chameleon with Hotbox the Brain. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or even an up-and-coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you can also go to blastmusic247.com, register as the unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. Blast. We're constantly changing the industry, one artist at a time. All right, guys, back to you.
Man, that was what's up. She said, give us some brain. You know what? I love that strip upfront, straightforward shit. I like that. Just flat out just tell me. Like, like you gotta beat around the bush and none of that. We could be in the middle of an argument. Let's say that. We're in the middle of an argument and
all cards on the table.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I instantly got hungry. I got you. All right, Moon. So go ahead and hit that piece, Moon.
Okay, so this piece is about how the beautiful poet helped the shy girl find her voice. It's called Confidence in Cognac.
Oh, that's perfect.
I heard people were on the lookout for a girl like me. I knew I had something special, but didn't have confidence in my God-given abilities. I was hungry as they came, and I wanted to be heard, but I didn't really think I had what it takes. I was just a country girl that was good with words. Wasn't even confident enough to call myself a poet. I needed someone to tell me I was good because I didn't know it. Then came an opportunity that I knew I had to take. I was so afraid to go through with it, out of fear I would make a mistake. A part of me felt like I was crazy for taking the thought into consideration, but I knew I had to give it a shot. So I took the position with no hesitation. I was intimidated to be amongst such greatness, and I began to feel like I didn't fit in. I tried to do what I had to do, but it seemed like I just couldn't win. And like a knight in shining armor, something beautiful came my way. He gave me a boost of confidence, and I still use it to this day. He told me that even he had feelings of nervousness that we all call butterflies. I couldn't imagine him ever being nervous at all, but I figured I would give his advice a try. He told me not to be too comfortable and not to overthink things, to just let the words flow freely. I was extremely nervous in the beginning, but after a while, it actually got to be pretty easy. I stepped out the box and leveled up on my ink game. Fell down, but picked myself up, and my drive to succeed, it was insane. And even though I feel nervous before I hop on the mic, I no longer hold back when it comes to speaking my truth. And it feels so right. I thought I needed to be told what to do and how to do it. I became broken because life threw me a curveball. But my determination to make it and God got me through it. I never really lost that feeling of butterflies. But I did lose the lack of confidence that I had that hindered me from being afraid to try. I didn't think I could do it alone, but I found out that I could. And what the devil put me through, hoping it would be bad, turned out to do me good. I became an eagle and I soared higher than I ever did before. And I thought that window of opportunity was closed that I had, but God gave me strength to kick down the door. People didn't think I would be able to rise again, but I did. It took me from being broken for me to learn to get it how I live. I took back what the devil tried to steal from me. And I had to fall first before realizing that there was so much strength that lied within me. So, I want to thank you kindly for giving a Louisiana girl a taste of Hollywood. You will always hold a special place in my heart. And tonight, I'll be sipping on some cognac in honor of you. I just wanted to let you know I love you and I appreciate all that you do. That's that piece.
Man. So you trying to bring some water behind these shades, right? You trying to put Oh man, such an amazing tribute. I truly honor it, man. Yeah, that's amazing piece. And I knew when you said, you know what piece I'm going to do, I knew you were going to do that piece. I had to get myself prepared for it. Get my gorilla on so I wouldn't be teared up or nothing like that.
Yeah, the lump was coming in my throat, but I had to try to clear it out a little bit. Cause y'all know I be crying.
So, what if there was a dream stage, a stage where you can place your feet and spit whatever piece you want to spit, but as long as you was on that stage, what stage would it be?
Man, I would have to say, that's a good question. Maybe Las Vegas, MGM, same stages that cats like Usher and all those have touched. When you get to that point, you pretty much know you've arrived, you know?
I know what you're talking about.
That would be it. That would be the stage for me. That would be it.
That has a poet ever had a residency in Vegas?
Yes.
What?
No, I cannot think of his name. Now, if you hadn't asked me, I would have been able to tell you his name. He was he went on America Has Talent, I believe.
Francis Powell?
And he won the golden ticket and had a residency at in Vegas. I don't know how long it was. I don't know, because I know they normally do a year. I'm not sure if his was a year or not. And I cannot think of his name right now. But if you go back and look at America's Got Talent, he did a piece about his sister. It was a tribute to his sister. And yeah, he had a residency for a little while in Vegas, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
I know. What I like about poetry nowadays is that I think people are taking it much more seriously than they used to. They used to look at a poet as just someone that could say something, to stand out and get a few people's attention. But as far as the recognition that it has today, poets getting respect today. They're taking a lot more serious, I think.
Poets been getting a lot of recognition for a long time. They was just going by different names like storytellers and rappers. Like it was like poetry has been here for so long. Like
right.
Like a lot of your best rappers, your real lyricists, man, those cats are poets, man. Like
yes.
Jadakiss is a poet, man. Papoose is a poet. Like Rakim is a poet. Like those guys, like yeah. So we've been getting the recognition. We're finally just getting the name. Like, we've been there. We just getting the name. Like Black Thought, man, you can't tell me Black Thought is not a poet. Like that's a poet.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with you. I had a radio show. I was on a station with a guy, and he told me something. He said that we never understand how dope we are until another group of people tell us that we dope. So when he won that, his last name is Lee. God, I can't think of his first name, but I know his last name is Lee. But to get back on what I was saying, he was saying about us being dope.
Brandon Leak.
Brandon Leak, that's him. Yep, that's him. He was saying that other people will tell us we dope in order for us to understand that we're really dope. We wait for that approval, I guess. And as you see now, they're putting it in commercials. They had the young lady do the piece at Biden's inaugural. All that. It's like, in order for us to understand that we're the dopest of the dopest, it takes people who are influenced by us to tell us that we're dope. So how can somebody who looks up to me tell me that I'm dope? I should already know I'm dope because this person copies everything I do. And I think that's where that comes from. And this was the thing I tell people all the time. I said, I can take 10 of what people call right now their hottest rappers, right? Don't let them use their ghostwriters, because we don't have ghostwriters. I don't have a ghostwriter. Y'all don't have ghostwriters. We write ourselves. Take your top 10 that you think are hot right now. I can pick 10 and let them go piece for piece, if they want to say, or song for song, however you want to call it. And maybe you may have one. You may have one poet when it comes to lyrics in general, wordplay and everything else, may lose, but I'll put my money on those poets being at least 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 when it comes to that.
I'll back that up. I'll back that. Like, I definitely will, especially with the way music is today. Like, the way music is today, it wouldn't even be a competition, man. Like, it's just, all you need now is a good beat, and you just make sure you can mumble. Make sure you can mumble at the beat. I just you good. Got a hit record. Man, I hate music today, man.
But it all sounds the same. Like, what the fuck happened to people wanting to stand out?
I mean,
People wanted to be remembered for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sound like fucking body else.
Nobody. I want to be me. I don't want to be the next somebody. I want to be the first Paul Cram. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, and if this gets out, what I'm getting ready to say gets out, I understand that this individual has the habit of responding to people, but I'm that guy, and I'm for all the bullshit. I feel like Soulja Boy single-handedly ruined hip hop. Like, I truly feel like that. I feel like Soulja Boy came into the game and just started saying shit, and people realized that you can just say anything and get paid for it. And it went from there. It went from bad to worse. So Soulja Boy, if you ever get to this clip, man, no beef with you. I ain't got no problems with you, but I blame you for the state that hip hop has gone to. It's your fucking fault.
I mean, shit.
It's your fucking fault.
It don't hit you like it. But I think that's everything, just like life in general. It's like the world has lost its uniqueness and emotion.
Right.
It's like everything is just like monochromatic, like flatlined. Like everything, the freaking cartoons, songs, just everything is just like there's. They wonder why motherfuckers be listening to old school shit, because we like that real shit, not this little crazy shit, you know. I mean, each his own.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I got a Muddy Waters station on my Pandora that I listen to at work. Like, I listen to Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf. Like, I listen to that at work.
Wow.
And it's so funny. The young lady who sits behind me, she's like 23 years old, and she's like, they call me Poet. She's like, Poet, what's that? I'm like, this the stuff that got your grandmother excited. I said, you got this the kind of music that got your grandmother taking off a movie.
Right. Well, you know, with Soulja Boy, and they did it, and it was set to start this track that we're on now to influence us to think that you don't have to be intellectual to make money. And I think that's where it came from, because years ago you couldn't just say anything. You couldn't just come out and just with some meaningless lyrics. You know, they had to mean something. You know, there had to be some deft word play. Everything had to be there. And the agenda was set. And if you look at hip hop now, to the point where everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be a killer. And I'm not saying some of these guys aren't gangsters. I'm not saying some of these guys aren't killers. But I think people look at it and think that that makes you hard to be a certain way, to look a certain way. And I tell people all the time, I've never been a gangster. I've never been a thug. I grew up in a home where lights were never, only time lights got cut off was in the storm, and that's how I got cut off, you know. But I'm real though. I grew up and I was raised under a man who my dad raised me and my brother to be men. You stand up for what you believe in. You stand firm in what you believe in. And when you say what you say, you mean exactly what you say, and you stand exactly behind that, you know. So I never told anybody I was a thug, but I'm 100% though. So when you come within that, you know, in that striking distance, understand that you dealing with a man. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with a guy. And I think a lot of times too, as poets, people think that because we are poets, based off of what Imun was saying earlier, people think that poets are soft. People think that poets are like, because years ago, you know, poets used to be the weirdos, right? They would dress weird, they would do weird, but people think that a lot of poets aren't built to poets are still men and women that come from the same areas you come from. That has been in fights. Probably just got finished fighting somebody right before they stepped on stage.
Because poets is about that life. Trust.
Like, and, you know, and you're absolutely right. Because I've been told that. Like, I had somebody actually tell me, "Oh, he write poetry. He ain't about that." Bro, I will beat the piss out you and go write about it. Like, and it won't bother me at all. Like, at all. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I can annihilate with my pen or a fucking punch. Take your pick.
Don't pick.
Side of me you
don't pick. I'll make the decision for you. I choose both. I choose both. I'm confident with my pen and I'm confident from the shoulder. I choose both. Let's get it. All right. So speaking of lyricists, before I get you to spit another piece for us, I want to know who is your top 3 lyricists in hip hop, and I also want to know if you can do one poetic collab with any poet, dead or alive. Who would it be?
I would probably say wow, that's hard, man. Wow, top 3 lyricists. I don't know what order to put them in, but I would definitely have to put y'all homeboy in there as one, and I think he's so underrated with his lyrics, and that's Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has some of the craziest wordplay that I've heard ever on everybody's track. A lot of people would say, "Oh man, you got to put Jay in there." And people would say I got to put Kendrick in there. I definitely say Lil Wayne. I'm big on Lil Wayne because I listen to a lot of the stuff he says. Man, it's so ridiculous. And I think, like you were saying earlier about poets, I think he can make it as a poet. He can get on stage without a beat and be okay. And I think that's where
from a young dude.
Yeah. And I think, Paul, that's why I would base mine on what person can get on stage and not have music, not have a hook, and blaze it. And I would definitely put Wayne there. But I guess with that being the case, I may throw Jay there. And I'm a big J. Cole fan, man. I like, a lot of people don't like J. Cole.
I like J. Cole.
I'm a big J. Cole fan because, you know, me as a poet and us as poets, we listen to words. Because when we're on stage, 9 times out of 10, we don't really have a beat, you know, unless we want to have a beat added, you know, behind what we're doing. Depends on where we are, who we're performing in front of. But I kind of look at who would get on stage and kill it with no music. And I think Wayne would be one of the best at it. One of the best at it, man.
I agree.
I can understand why they saying Kendrick. It's probably because of, let's just call it what it is. Kendrick is phenomenal, but that Not Like Us has so many like entendres and things. Like, yeah, he shifted himself from his generation of rappers. But as far as like top 3 all time, nah, I wouldn't give him top 3 all time. Not when there's people like Rakim out there and Jadakiss out there and Nas out there. Like, you can't just put kids. But he's not far. Like, he's on his way. Keep on.
Yeah. I had to listen to that a couple of times though, because I think when I think about diss songs, I think about old school diss songs. When you had the battles with Ice Cube and those guys, and then you had the LLs and the Cool Mo-Ds and those type of battles. So I was looking for that in the beginning. Yeah. And I had to listen to it a couple of times and start listening to everything he said, and not so much of what my expectations were of somebody dissing somebody. You know, it was a difference. And there's a more intellectual dish than the down, dirty, gritty, grimy dish that I'm used to Because if I'm joning on you, I'm not joning intellectually. I'm not trying to use no intellectual jones. I'm coming at you, and it's gonna be something that everybody can understand, so everybody can laugh at you right now, and we get it on. You know, that's the kind of thing I was looking for. But yeah, I had to listen to it a couple times. And after listening to it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I missed that. Now I listen to it again, I'm like, wait, I missed that one. So, you know, but it was after, like, now I listen to it and I'm listening at the words now. Nothing but the words exactly. And I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. Stay in your place, Drake.
Yeah, like, see, now you know what? And all right, don't hate Drake. So all you Drake fans, just don't come at me reckless. My mind ain't prepared for y'all, and you not prepared for me. But I don't feel like Drake should have done that. I think what Drake did was he got him a win against Meek Mill, and he felt like, I can do this. But bro, you battled Meek Mills. Like, to be honest with you, I mean, let's be real. Like, that wasn't a battle for real. Like, if you're gonna go at anybody in Philly, I wouldn't have went at Meek. If you want to prove yourself, go at Cass, go at Freeway, you know, go at somebody who's gonna come back. Like Meek,
right?
I mean, but I hated the song Back to Back, because to me, if I'm dissing you, I'm gonna say your name. I don't care how much people know what I'm talking about. I want no confusion. I'm talking about you, Meek Mills. Like, I feel like that's how that should have went, but it didn't. But I didn't expect it to go any further. It's Drake, you know. That's like Barbie beefing with the Bratz. Like, it just wasn't really good.
Right.
Collab. Who would be your dream collab?
I don't, you know, I'm humble, but at the same time, I have a real high self-esteem. But I think a collab, man, and I'm not just saying this because y'all are here, but I would love to collaborate with people I've watched grow. And I've watched them grow and do phenomenal things. And those are the people I want to collab with. I don't really want to collab with somebody that everybody in the world knows. I want to collab with somebody that we both understand each other. You know, that little brother, big brother, little sister, big brother, and even some people who've been big bros for me and big sisters for me, to collab with those people, because we walk that same path. We have that understanding. You know, I think poets in general are phenomenal. So I don't think I have a favorite that I would just really want to collab with, you know, just that one person. Because I just think the mind, being a poet and someone who studies people, studies wordplay, I just love the art itself. So, you know, collaborations is people just, you know, say, hey, you want to collab, bro? And sometimes it depends. It depends. Because there's a couple of poets, and you can't come to me. Well, we know one for sure. You can't come to me and collab about nothing, bro. Ain't no collabing about. Ain't no collabing, bro. I don't hold anything, no grudges, but we just don't rock like that. Like, I got to be able to rock with you too. Let me say that.
I'm so messy.
Poet, I got to be able to rock with you.
I said I feel petty because I think I know the name, and I'm not gonna say his name out loud, but I will say that if it's who I'm thinking about, I've had a conversation with another phenomenal poet. I love her to death. I haven't talked to her in a minute, by the name of Born to Write.
Yes.
And
yeah.
And if we're talking about that same individual male, I feel that.
Right.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Because normally I would say that I would love the opportunity to collab with anyone that I've considered as a mentor. But that's where the that breaks. That would, because I once considered this particular person a mentor, but I would never, and I repeat, motherfucking never have a desire to do anything with this person. But on that same note, everything happens for a reason. And I do see why God enabled our paths to cross. Because sometimes you gotta come across that snake ass motherfucker to put you through some shit to show you how talented and tough you can really be. Yeah, and that's what happened.
Because he said he wanted to put me under his wing, and that he was going to make me a phenomenal poet. And me arrogantly at the time, but I really felt like that, but I didn't have to say it the way I said it. But I flat out told him, you can't teach me nothing if I'm better than you. Like, I've surpassed you.
It's on the motherfucking back.
So
right.
I respect you as a man, but your pen ain't fucking with mine. So
right.
Look,
and some people you can't tell them nothing. They because they be feeling themselves so much, and they you can't tell them nothing because they just think they
gotta respect their confidence. Though you gotta respect their confidence.
Right.
Shit.
Right now, without even calling names, we're giving them too much airplay.
You know what? You absolutely
too much
right.
Airplay right now.
Yeah.
We're making them too famous right now. You know.
So the last words to this individual. Now, so Amuna, do you we gonna get you to spit a piece. I'm gonna spit one more, and then we're gonna let our guest spit a piece. And after he spit his piece, he's gonna let everybody know where they can find him. He got upcoming shows, anything like that, to let our followers and everything know where they can find him, follow him, reach him, learn from him, and just basically be the fan. So everybody cool with that? With that plan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Imuna, the mic is yours.
Okay. Here's one called Venomous. Hey, this was not planned. You know what I'm saying? It just happened. I happened to be scrolling through and just Venomous just popped the fuck out. So
that's funny.
I'm serious though, it wasn't planned. I ain't gonna be scrolling through. Time is the issue. So to say I'm afraid of snakes, I sure do find a way to entertain them a lot. Shit. You can call me a snake charmer. Because no matter how much I fear them, I keep allowing them to slither their way into my life, falling victim to their venomous words and premeditated actions. Even though that little funny feeling I get in the pit of my stomach lets me know that something just ain't right. I've been terribly afraid of snakes ever since I was a little girl. But this heart of mine gets me caught up, and I always end up being bitten by the most deadliest snakes of the world. I suppose right now you're wondering what type of snake in particular have I been bitten by. I'm talking about the ones that walk among us, acting as though they love me when all they do is bite me when I least expect it. And then I become infected once my life has been affected by their control tactics, obsessive behavior, or malicious lies. These motherfuckers don't come to play. They prey on the weak or kindest of hearts to satisfy their enormous appetite of selfishness every day. They lie so damn good you could literally catch them in it, but they will still have you doubting yourself. And they're on the highest level of narcissism because in their eyes, they believe their own lies. And they never do wrong. And are always quick to throw stones at someone else. They make you feel loved one minute and fill you with fear the next, stalking your moves silently as they find a way to fuck with your head and have you overcome with stress. And when they can't get to you to mind fuck you, they'll force their way into another motherfucker's head, seizing any opportunity to dictate your life because of their need to be in control. There's a snake in the grass trying to bite me right now, but little do they know Imuna J gonna bless their soul. They see me as someone that doesn't have the ability to fight back. I love being underestimated because that's how they're gonna get fucked up when I feel the time has come for me to attack. I can be as sweet as an angel, but as ruthless as the devil. Nobody knows what I'm capable of when I feel like I've been pushed too far and I spaz out and go to a whole different level. I'll fuck around and eradicate someone's existence without even getting my hands dirty for her. There wouldn't even be a need to pick out a plot for a decent burial because a motherfucking snake ain't even worthy. I'm that bitch that'll be the cause of someone to come up missing and then give words of encouragement to their families, acting like I really give a damn. I'm trying my best to be patient, but this ignorant motherfucker keeps testing me. I may just have to show him who I really am. That's that.
I'm loving it. Loving it.
It kind of fit in with the conversation we just had, right?
It wasn't blamed though.
Bro, it's perfect. See how the universe works? See how the universe works?
Ain't that
right. So the piece I'm gonna do, I'm sure everybody has either participated by now or have seen it. It was trending. The "If I Were a Poem" was just floating around, and everybody was writing their "If I Were a Poem" piece. So I wrote one. If I were a poem, I would use my words to describe my emotions on the ears of those willing to listen. I would openly discuss my pain and my faults because it is more acceptable if a man shares form. If I were a poem, I would have the ability to direct movies inside of your imagination, making you a co-star in a film produced from the script of my mind, creating urges to satisfy physical cravings orchestrated by the soundtrack of my pen. If I were a poem, I will be able to connect to the deepest, darkest section of your soul that you have kept hidden for so long. I will be able to recite a path of healing by shining a bright light of stanzas to guide you to your freedom from the mental shackles placed on you from past experiences. If I were a poem, my life would be easier to travel. Riding on the sound waves of a microphone, backed by the acoustics of a stage, my worries would only be that the message sent by me would be received by those who truly needed to hear me. If I were a poem, I would genuinely receive love. The kind of love that does not have to be questioned because you know exactly why they love you, but I am not a poem. I am a poet. A poet that deals with the internal pain, and I use my pen to prevent others from having to feel what I have to feel in peace. Now, it's time for the legend.
Oh, man.
Get ready to close us out with it. Go ahead, drop that thing on him, Mr. Wood.
I don't even know. I don't know what direction I want to go. I'm not now. The first piece I was supposed to do part of it, but I did all of it, right? God, I'm trying to think where I want to go. I'm gonna let them see a side of me that most people don't get a chance to see. Let me give y'all half of a little sex poem real quick.
Oh, shit. Right. Buckle up, ladies.
See, I can tell by your walk that brown sugar tastes much sweeter when it's nestled between your thighs. And I'll bury my face so deep within those trees you could barely see my eyes peeking above the surface like an alligator stalking to eat its prey. Because the nights at night, we get Betty right to it as we lay, turn out those lights like Marvin Gaye. And see, those candles on the mantle are only lit to drip hot wax on your body to spark just a little more action. And my inner mission is to give you pure satisfaction. See, that satisfying reactions when I hear your fingers gripping upon the mattress and your back is arching more and more as you fight not to lose your mind and your juices, your coolness and your little cuteness. But the more you fight, the more your tippy toes spread like two lips. And after you come, I flip you over, suck, not sip, because I don't want to waste one single drip. And so, you know, as long as I got a face, you got a place to sit. And see, I ain't no one-trick pony, so save a horse and slide on down and ride this stick. And see, these actions seem to have you baffled and confused as Chinese arithmetics, because you become transfixed from the addiction that's caused by my dialect. That's a twisted tongue twist, with a small mix of urban and suburban, with no particular genre for my suburbanness that leaves you wordless, so that moans and groans become your only verbiage and your muscles twitch like that from shock treatment and nervousness. And this southern comfort spreads to your body like a pleasurable disease, weakening you from your shoulders to your knees. Your mind is screaming stop, but your body saying please continue. So you relax and slowly let go, so that my flow causes your flow to pour out, and before you know, it has you lying there motionless, because you've already begun to reminisce about this event that just took place. An expression on your face speaks louder than any words can speak, due to the level that you just reached. Climax out to reach your peak, and right before you come outside the heels on your feet, you erupt. Then we switch up, so you're face down, ass up. You back up real slow so you can feel it go in inch by inch. You clench the pillow, bite your bottom lip. I slap your ass cheeks to make them clap. You collapse. I kiss the small of your back, and just like that, your ass begins to rise. I nibble on both cheeks, lick the back of your thighs, and your legs automatically scrunch up into a frog position, a partition, nonverbal permission. That's enough. They're gonna have to catch me at my next show to get the rest of that, man.
Man, this man say frog position, doggy and froggy style. Lord,
I'm gonna practice some fucking Pilates tonight.
see, ribbit, get them.
Y'all crazy.
Man, that man said with
they're gonna have to catch me at an erotic show, man, or one of my shows where I'm able to just do my thing, and they'll get that complete poem, especially the people in the Atlanta, Georgia area. They'll have to catch me in one of those shows, man. They can get the rest of that.
But I'm gonna have to fucking get to Atlanta quick. I'm just saying.
Look at you. You're trying to get poetically pregnant. Like, you can't get your mind pregnant now. You're trying to get poetically pregnant.
Like, I need to experience a poetry event for real. Like, I never have in life went to a poetry event. Like, I be doing these things online, but I've never experienced a poetry event yet.
Oh yeah, like that's something.
Oh, you gotta get it. You gotta get there.
Yeah.
So, boss, won't you tell everybody where they can find you, how they can follow you, what shows you got coming up, everything that they need to know to follow Mr. Bo Ward?
Oh man, of course they can find me on what people say is the old people social media. That's Facebook, Bo Ward, BeauWard. On Instagram at Bo Belvie, that's BeauBellvie07. Oh man, I think my next event is August the 21st and August the 22nd in Augusta, Georgia. So that's where I'll be. My next show I'm actually down vacationing, man, with my beautiful wife. We down in Pensacola, Florida, man. Came down, did an event, hung out with my sister yesterday. One of my sisters who has moved down here, hung out with her and her sorority sisters yesterday at an event, man. So we just enjoying this beach right now. That's why you see the background looks like it look, man. I got on my little cut off Speak Your Piece hoodie, man, and they can contact me. People can contact me if they want to get some of this Speak Your Piece gear. I got the Speak Your Piece hoodies, Speak Your Piece t-shirts. I got this tumbler. Where is it? There we go. Speak Your Piece on that thing. The back of it, some of them are signed, some of them aren't. It just depends. They want one that's signed and get one that's signed. Contact me on either one of those social medias, and we can make it happen.
Okay.
Bet that up. Bet that up. Imuna, you have any last words for this superstar?
It was such a pleasure and honor for you to grace us with your presence tonight. And you will definitely, I know you got a lot going on, but we got to have you back. So, and I got to have some barbecue.
Indeed. Man, thank y'all for the invite.
Oh man, thank you for accepting. Like this was definitely an honor. As soon as I let her know, like, hey, like I hit her up, and I was at work, and I had to whisper, and I was like, hey, make sure hey, guess who I got? She said, who? I said, Bo Ward. And she, for real? I'm like, I'm at work, you can't be loud.
Because we were both at fucking work. We were both at fucking work.
But yeah, man, we thank you so much for taking time out of your night. I understand you in Pensacola, so it's pretty late right now, like 11, after 11 where you're at. So I appreciate you taking the time out to spend this hour, a little over an hour with us. So on behalf of my lovely co-host, Imuna J, and the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, presented by Blast Music 24/7, I am Paul Cram the Poet, and I want to say thank you again for coming. And for the viewers who stayed up with us, thank y'all so much. Same bat time next week, same bat channel. You know we gonna hook this thing up. And as poets, we always got something to say. Don't keep your mouth closed. Keep that pen in your hand. And like I always say, speak on it. We out.
Bye.
Yes, sir.